Let's open up UFC Shanghai with a UFC debut of Cam Nelson taking on Meng. Cam Nelson, he is 7-1 in his professional career. He's making his UFC debut, and he only has one decision loss, 2 knockouts, 3 submissions on his record, 2 decisions. He traditionally fights in the welterweight division. He has good striking. I mean, let me just pull up the notes. He has very good striking, good power in his hands, very fast hands. He has good offensive grappling if he so chose to use it, and he's heavy on top when he does get on top. He'll walk towards you. He doesn't move very quickly from the studies I watch, and he could possibly be chinny. He's taking on Meng. 35-10 in his professional career. You would think that this man is 50 years old. He is only 31 years old. He has good head movement. He does wait for his big shots a little too long. Like, he'll keep head hunting. Good power. He can struggle with taller fighters, as we see in his last fight. He can be hit, though. He has decent cardio, and he could utilize some leg kicks, and those itself are powerful. Out of his 10 losses, 2 by KO, 4 submissions. But his KOs are impressive. 28 of 35 by knockout. He's a knockout guy. He's a knockout king. We haven't seen that yet because he lost a split decision to Jose Henrique Sosa, where you could see that the range was a problem. He fought at Dana White's Contender Series, lost a decision. I'm not very high on Meng. You watch some tape, you're like, wow, this guy got some power. Then you see him not fighting in the regional scenes. Like right now, who did he fight recently where he got a knockout? Morali Husinov, 10-5. Not the worst record. But I promise you, if I scroll through this record, it's probably fluffed. Because there's just, I don't think you're... Here you go. TK over Yusheng Wang. 1-10. Come on. 1-10? You are 1-10? The record's fluffed to an extent, I believe. Now, I think that Cam is going to have the more ways to win here. It is his debut in China against a local guy. But I think Cam can get it done. I do like the tape that I watched. I do like him to an extent. I wish I had more to go by. But nonetheless, I think Cam Nelson's going to get a decision win over the local man, Meng. Next, we have a ladies' fight between Jiangnan Zhang over Julia Palastri. Julia Palastri, she is 14-6 in her professional career. She has never been finished. All 6 of her losses are by decision, and she has 5 KOs, 3 submissions on her belt of the 14 wins. She's a good Muay Thai striker. She has good elbows in the clinch if you get her there. She is hittable, and she can be taken down, and she does accept the bottom position when she is taken down, unfortunately. She's a take one to give one kind of fighter. She's taking on Jiangnan Zhang. She is coming off of her loss to Angela Hill in her UFC debut. She can be pressured back. She can be held up against the cage with no responses. She does have power, and she swings her punches. She swings a little too wild. Just trying to read my notes from yesterday. It's like chicken scratch. I should have been a doctor, but here I am picking up garbage for a living. Sanitation worker. Anyway, she has power in her hands, and I'm not too high on Palastri, especially how hittable she can be, and she's not going to pressure as much as we would like. I think if Julia did pressure and she was swinging heavy or pushing the pace against Jiangnan, she would be able to win here. It will be a close fight. I think it's going to go long. And I think Zhang's going to get it done just because of how hittable Palastri can be. And if she tries to implement some wrestling, I think she could get Julia down here. The pick is going to be the local Jiangnan Zhang. Moving up the card, we have Lawrence Liu taking on Hector Santiago. I believe, yep, this is Hector Santiago's UFC debut. And this is Lawrence Liu's sophomore appearance in the UFC. Well, let's first break down Hector Santiago. He is 6-1 in his professional career, and I couldn't really find an accurate reach and height for this man, which is wild. They're saying that Hector might be 5'4" over here on SureDog. He has been submitted before, which is, I wanted to watch more tape on him. Couldn't really find too many fights on him. He has 5 knockouts of his professional career. He takes the center early. He has good footwork. He will swing from his hips. He likes to get close and he'll throw knees. Good cardio, decent enough power, and he gets into a nice little flow state. His takedown defense is untested. That is the kicker here. He's taking on Lawrence Liu, who is 8-1 in his professional career. He's a pressure forward kind of guy, but he doesn't move his head when he is coming in. He likes to elbow in the clinch if you get it there. He'll strike. He'll shoot single legs. He is kind of hittable. Like I said, he doesn't move his head. Sloppy takedowns. I wasn't impressed. He is fairly durable, though. Like I said, he doesn't move his head, and he can be hittable. That's how we know he's durable. And he uses feints. Lawrence, 4 out of his 8 wins are by TKO, but you can see he comes forward. He likes to wrestle more than strike. Like he'll strike early, but he wants to get it to the ground. That being said, Santiago's takedown defense is untested. We have a guy that can implement his wrestling. We're going with Lawrence Liu. I think this is going to go long. I can see a decision. I don't see... And also, judging by the record, I couldn't find the fight. Santiago being subbed before makes me think his takedown... Like, he was rear naked choked by Macon El Chino. 16-8. So, it leads me to believe that he might be able to get taken down. Going with the local man, Lawrence Liu, to get it done, probably by decision. Next up, we got Jack Jenkins taking on Sean Woodson. No bias here. No locals. 2 gritty guys going at it, and I like this matchup. Jack Jenkins, 14-4 in his professional career. Lost by 3 submissions of his 4 losses. 6 TKO wins, 3 submissions on his record. He was taken down by Herbert Burns. First and foremost, I gotta throw that out there because Herbert Burns is like, ugh. To be taken down by him is a little suspect. He has some power and he's a technical, accurate striker. His submission defense is questionable because he has been submitted before. Gabriel Santos submitted him most recently, and then he was back-to-back submitted in HFS by Jesse Medina and Sang Won. Jesse Medina is 17-16, by the way. Sang Won Kim is 15-6. Not the worst record. The other guy, what are we talking about? A little bit of an inconsistent fighter. As of late, he beat Jamal Emmers, lost to Jose Marcial, beat Herbert Burns, lost to Gabriel Santos, beat Roman Tavares. I don't think his competition was all that fantastic. I mean, besides Jose Marcial and Jamal Emmers, and that was a split decision. That wasn't bad. But he's taking on Sean Woodson, who is 13-2 and 1 in his professional career. He uses a lot of feints when he's fighting. Good movement, good power, great leg kicks, quick hands. He's very long, very rangy. His boxing is completely underrated. He is susceptible to some leg kicks, and he has great takedown defense. This is going to be a mostly striking match. Now, Sean Woodson has the 2 losses, as I mentioned. He's coming off of that knockout loss last April, to Dan Ige. And he was submitted by Julian Rosa. His two finishes are by quality fighters. Now, he had a Dana White's Contender Series win over Terrence McKinney, flying knockout knee. Since then, he went to a decision with Dennis Bazooka, won a split decision over Charles Jourdain. He's a decent fighter. I mean, and he has a split decision win over Yusuf Zalal. That's actually, these are pretty good fights right here. I am going with Sean Woodson. Like any other fight here, I'm not using odds because I think that's cheating. I'm not doing that. I want to give you my raw takes. I could see this being a close fight. I could see Woodson being maybe a minus 145. Maybe. But I'm going with Sean Woodson. I think he might actually get a knockout win here because the range is going to be a huge factor. But Jenkins lost because of an arm injury to Jose Marcial. So I don't know. He has a decent chin. Maybe it'll just be a gritty decision because Sean Woodson, out of 13 wins, he has 8 decisions. Nonetheless, I do think he gets it done here. And I'm fairly confident in him. Let's go Sean Woodson. Next, we have Long Zhao taking on Francesco Nuzzi. Francesco Nuzzi is coming up on his UFC debut. He is 11-2 with 2 no contests. Let's go. 11 wins, 5 KOs, 3 submissions. He's all around fighter. He has 2 submission losses. One coming from Mando Gutierrez, 11-5 fighter. And Claudio Iancu was 4-8. Like, oof, rough. He is a fast, accurate striker. He has good pressure. He likes to pick his shots. He does throw in combination. Love that shit. He has good movement. He's light on his feet, bounces in and out, fires his leg shots, and he has good takedown defense. Taking on Long Zhao, who's 27-11. A lot of these fighters have fluffed records, but 27 wins, 9 submissions, 5 KOs, 13 submissions. You would think, and he got knocked out 3 times of 11 losses. You would think with the 9 submissions that he's more of a grappler with 5 TKOs, but he is explosive. He feints very often. Questionable cardio. He's more of a volume striker. Good pressure and good head movement. Pretty durable as well. He is a showboater. He's gonna come forward and he's gonna be like, like, all right, guy, we get it. Not gonna lie, he's a little annoying to watch. His cardio is not that good. But bias aside, I am picking Francesco Nuzzi. I think he is a better striker in this matchup. That's going to be mostly striking, and he has the takedown defense in case Long wants to get to the ground. I'm going against the local here. I think Nuzzi puts the volume up, and I think he outstrikes Long. I don't think this is going to be that competitive. It's going to look competitive because Long always makes it competitive. But again, that whole fighting is just for the birds. It's annoying. Next, we have Rai Tishoura taking on Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas, 11-5 in his professional career. He's coming off of that O-taking victory over Andre Lima. Took his O, and he was a huge underdog. He has been knocked out twice and submitted once in his professional career. 8 knockouts out of 11 wins. Man has powerful striking, great overhands. He has good takedown defense, an okay chin, and good cardio. He's a dog. We saw in his last fight, he's ready to push the pace even after getting hurt pretty bad. He has good takedown defense, and we saw that against Ronaldo Rodriguez. 4 of the 5 takedown attempts were stuffed. And if he is taken down, he scrambles. He likes to get back to his feet. He's not going to just lay there like a fish out of water. He's taking on Tishoura, 11-1 in his professional career. He's coming off of a submission win over Louis Garul. Before that, he had a decision loss to Joshua Van, which is still a competitive fight, I may add. He's a relentless wrestler. He doesn't have that much power, but he chooses submission over position, which plays a factor here. He has good level changes. He does keep his head pretty high. He has tricky submissions and questionable cardio. So a few factors here, right? Kevin Borjas cracks. Right, Tishoura keeps his head up there to be cracked. I think this is I think this is the most dangerous fighter on the feet that Rai has to go against. I think. Pretty sure. Keeps his head up there to get hit. Since he chooses submission over position, I think Kevin Borjas, if taken down, will scramble. Because if you're looking for submissions, you're not really trying to hold them in place. You're trying to go for their neck, leaving openings. I think this is, I don't want to say tailor-made. I think this is going to be a good fight. But I think Kevin Borjas has all the tools to win here. I'm going with Kevin Borjas. I think he's going to be a dog. He's usually a dog in these fights. Yeah, I think I'm going with Kevin Borjas pretty confidently. I think he has the tools to beat Ray Tishoura, and I'm not the most high on Tishoura just yet, but he is a good wrestler. And in any other matchup, I probably would be picking Rai here. But I'm going against the local. And we're going with Kevin Borjas, the Peruvian. We have a flyweight bout between Andre Lima and Namsray Batbayar. Let's pull up their stats. But Andre Lima, 11-1, and we just finished breaking down Kevin Borjas. He just lost a decision to him, losing his undefeated record. He has improved takedown defense because in his UFC debut, when he was bit, he was taken down quite often. And I was not fond of his takedown defense. I didn't think it was that good. But he improved it since then. He's a slick volume striker, kickboxer, if you will. Rangy and has okay power. He's pretty accurate with good cardio, and he's very fast. He has 5 TKOs, 1 submission. It's very bizarre that he got that submission win, because I took him by KO decision in that fight against Daniel Borjas, and to get a submission win was bonkers. But how can we not pick him? He has a target on his chest. I'm just joking. I'm not being biased. He's taking on Namsray, who is coming off of UFC Road to UFC Season 5 winner after he got a round 1 TKO over Shuai Yin. He is 9-1 in his professional career. He has a mixed bag of TKO wins and submission wins. He has been submitted once against Tumen Dumbaro, who's in the UFC. So, kind of goes to show you, he goes against UFC caliber guys. Might not translate very well. But he has good grappling. He can be taken down, though. He is hittable. He has good movement. He has a decent jab, if you ever see him strike. But he kind of has, like, slow motion striking. As I'm breaking that, this is just like my raw notes. Like, I'm just reading it out loud because I'm sitting here trying to figure out, like, what am I reading? What was I watching? This guy's in slow motion? I don't understand it. So, the striking is just not that good. And we got somebody that's going to be 10 times faster. We've seen Andre Lima fight. He's a good fighter. I think Andre Lima is going to get a decision win here, and I'm fairly confident in him to get his his snapback. He just came off a loss. He's not taking another one. He has the UFC experience now, and he's just an all-around better striker. Those leg kicks are going to make a difference in this fight. Let's go with Andre Lima. Next, we have a flyweight bout between two UFC debuts who are both undefeated. Someone's O has got to go. We have Belal Hassan. It may sound familiar because he is coming off of his knockout win in Dana White's Contender Series 2 weeks ago. Similar to Anthony Wint of Saturday night with Sacramento, he wanted a fight. He wanted a fight immediately. He has a nice flow states type style. He flows in and out of his stances. He's very technical, very powerful. He does utilize his feints and good footwork. He has a good job keeping the range, power in both hands and kicks. He never rushes anything. 7 knockouts out of 9, 1 submission win and 1 decision win. He's taking on Nilson Rojas. 2 decision wins, 7 knockouts. Man has never submitted anybody, nor has been defeated by anybody. He He rips to the body. He has good movement, good power. He is an accurate striker. And he has a loss over Kevin Borjas in his amateur career. So he has fought people that you may know. Not that he has fought anybody of note. He fought a Walafi de Paulo in his second to last fight. The guy is 9-10. He knocked out William Rocha 5-2. Knocked out Miguel Ferrero 7-7. Some of these guys are not caliber. And the one caliber type fighter that he has fought, he lost to, but didn't get knocked out by a Kevin Borjas. But again, this is 8 years ago. So, I think Belal is going to be faster. I think he's going to be more powerful. He has the better footwork. Just the all-around better hands. Belal is going to be maybe a minus 500. And if you can get these odds, take them. Take them, because he's going to skyrocket by the end of the week. I think Belal is going to put on a masterclass, and it won't even be close. Next on our main card, we have Levi Rodriguez taking on C. Lu. C. Lu, very early in his professional career. He is 3-1 with 1 knockout loss. This is obviously his debut. He has a knockout over Hamming Yu, who's 5-5. He has a knockout round 2 over Meng. I'm not even trying that. Guy's 0-2. I'm not even trying to read that. Go to the video. Go to SureDog. Look up CU. Look up the second fight, because I'm not even trying to read that for you. I'm sorry. Batchingal. Then he has a knockout loss to Ivan Gnitz. I'm not trying that. But Ivan's good. 7-0 fighter. He just most recently had a first round knockout win over Igor Barabanov, 1-2. His record sucks. He's fighting nobodies. Now he's taking on Levi Rodriguez, 5-1 in his professional career. He is coming off of that loss to Felipe Franco. And I picked Felipe to knock him out. Surprisingly, he is a dog. Felipe has fought okay competition. This guy is 4-3. This guy is 2-4. Again, more fluff. This guy is 2-2. He has more 4-2. Okay, some okay fighters, but he has more experience. He has 1 amateur career fight and 6 professional fights. 7 with a no contest. He has the more experience. He has the more power in his hands. He does keep his hands low. I've broken that before, calling him Levi low hands. His takedown defense is okay, although he was taken down by Felipe Franco. But you could see that Felipe is a ball of muscle. He is powerful, and he will run right through you. He is pretty hittable, and he doesn't have the best cardio. But Silu, he has good footwork. He does circle the cage. He is pretty quick. He has some leg kicks. In and out type of striker. Okay takedown defense. On the ground, he has nothing. It's pretty questionable off his back. And his cardio is questionable. He can be pressured here. And that's why ultimately I am picking Levi Baby Monster Rodriguez. I think he has that pressure. And if you could pressure Silu up against the fence, he is going to get a knockout over Silu. We're picking Levi Rodriguez by knockout in the first round. Next, we have a rematch between Alex Perez and Sumudaerji. Alex Perez, 34 years old, but he has a plethora of fights. 36 professional fights. 37 with no contest. 26 wins, 7 by KO, 7 submissions. He has been submitted 6 times and knocked out twice. He does close the distance well. He's a big come forward pressure striker, good power, and he has some grappling in the mix. Sumudaerji, he is 19-7 with 1 no contest in his professional career. 13 KOs of 19 wins, 1 submission win. He has been submitted 6 times of his 7 losses. His grappling game needs some work. He has good movement, long and rangy, good power. They've fought before, and Sumudaerji won the first round. It was pretty close, but then second round he was picking up the pace, hurting Perez, and then when he got kicked to the groin, I think Alex Perez wanted a way out. I think he felt the power. He couldn't compete. He did close the distance pretty well in round 1. But ultimately, you could see there was a huge difference. I remember at work, I had my headphone in. I'm like, listening to the fight. I'm like, oh, shoot, I bet Perez here. He's getting smoked. What's going on here? And I had to rewatch it. He's getting smoked. This is a rematch. And the odds will probably indicate that. I can see Sumudaerji being like a minus 200, 250. He's going to have the range. He's going to have the power. And if it wasn't for the last round and a half that we watched, I thought Perez, honestly, because he does close the distance well. But you could see the levels in this game. And you could see that Sumudaerji's range, height, all the above played a factor. Perez felt that power, wanted a way out. I think this is going to be still it's going to be pretty close, but I think Sumudaerji is going to outstrike him, outland him, and ultimately get it done. Sumudaerji by knockout or decision, I guess. Next, we have Kai Asakura taking on Oryechi Lang. Kai Asakura, 22-6 in his professional career, 14 wins by knockout, 3 submissions. The 6 losses, 3 KO, 2 submissions. He's coming off of that knockout, first round, over Cameron Smotherman. Before that, he was submitted by Tim Elliott. That was rough. And he was submitted by Pantoja. They thought that he was the big deal in Ryzen, and then they fed him to our champion in the UFC. And he got smoked. His takedown defense is subpar. He is a powerful striker. He has jump knees. If you try to advance, his hands are kind of low, but he is pretty accurate. Like I said, his takedown defense and his submission defense are lackluster, and he has a questionable chin. But he has good leg kicks though. He's taking on Oryechi Lang, who is a counter striker. 26-13, 9 KOs of his wins, 1 submission win, 16 decisions. That is a lot of decisions. 2 TKO losses, 3 submission losses. He is coming off of that knockout loss round 2 over Cody Haddon. Before that, he knocked out Cody Gibson. There's a lot of Codys back to back. Lost to Raul Rosas Jr. Chihuihuis. No contest to Daniel Marcos. Decision win over Johnny Munoz Jr. And he got knocked out by Zahabi. Zahabi doesn't have that much power. So to be knocked out by a Zahabi is weird. Daniel Marcos had some jump knees that worked on Oryechi Lang very well, and I think those could be a factor for Kai to get it done. Oryechi Lang has good power in his own right, but he does stand very straight up and leaving his body open for those jump knees, leaving Kai to probably get another knockout here. I'm going Kai by knockout. Probably, I don't think it's round 1. Probably round 2. I think that Oryechi Lang is not durable, but durable enough. But nonetheless, Kai Asakura to get it done by knockout. Pretty live. Brings us to our co-main event of the evening. We have Denise Gomes taking on Xiaonan. Xiaonan is 19-5 in her professional career. 8 KO wins, 1 submission win, 10 decision wins, 1 submission loss, 1 KO loss. She is coming off of that decision loss to Verna Jandiroba. She is quick. She has good movement, but her head doesn't move. She does lean very forward, exposing her head. Okay power. She can be pressured, and she has okay kicks up the middle and can be taken down. She's taking on Denise Gomes. She is 12-3 in her professional career. She is coming off of that decision win over Tisha Pennington. Before that, knocked out Elise Reed. She has good elbows, calves and kicks in the clinch. She has power in her hands. She swings wild overhands. And she has good head movement, good pressure, and I like the judo in the clinch there. When she tries to get you to the cage, she could throw your elbows, throw the knees, and then throw you over her shoulder. I like Denise Gomes. She has 7 KOs of her 12 wins. She is powerful. She has been knocked out before, though, by very early Giselle Moreira. Oof. Wow, she's 45 years old now. Oof. Rough. I like Denise Gomes here. I think she's powerful. She has the better striking. And Jan is pretty hittable. She might be able to knock her out. I'll be honest with you. And Jan has been knocked out before. Knocked out by Carla Esparza. Esparza? Oof. 19 wins. 14 TKOs. 14. Wow, imagine that. 4 TKOs. 14 out of 19 TKOs would be amazing for a female fighter. Bet the house on her every time, but that's not the case. Denise Gomes, I like her striking, and I like that she can implement grappling. Jan has questionable takedown defense. She is number 4 in the ranking, so this is very important for the females strawweight division. I'm going with Denise Gomes. I think she might get another knockout here, personally. But nonetheless, Denise Gomes should get it done. Here we go, our main event of the evening. We have Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Song Yadong. Umar Nurmagomedov is 21 in his professional career, 11 decisions, 7 submissions, 2 TKO losses. He's a Dagestani, but he doesn't always fight like a Dagestani. He has some power in his hands. He's pretty light on his feet. He has good wrestling, though. Fast, snappy leg kicks, good scrambles, and he does cut off the fence effectively. And he has good control if he takes you down, or when he takes you down. He is coming off of that decision win over Davison Figueiredo. He hasn't lost. He was undefeated. He has a loss over Merab Dvalishvili. Merab made it look easy, but I think Umar broke his hand in that fight. But Umar looked good early. He looked pretty dominant for the first 2 rounds. And then Merab just took advantage of the situation. He's taking on Song Yadong, or Yadong Song. He is 23-9 in his professional career. He has power in both hands. He has 9 TKOs, 4 subs, 10 decisions, been knocked out twice. His takedown defense is just okay. He has heavy hands. When he swings with bad intention. He has overhand lefts and rights, hooks. He has good leg kicks, and he moves pretty well. He is coming off of that submission win over Davison Figueiredo. Wow, I thought I had deja vu, or maybe I messed up looking at different slides. They're both coming off of wins over Davison Figueiredo. Interesting. I'm going with Umar here. I think he's going to be a big favorite, maybe a 350, 500 favorite, because Song Yadong's takedown defense is just okay. And Umar, he's a Dagestani. He trains with the Khabib camp. They all have great takedowns. And he has the control on top. I think he's probably going to get a decision here because Song is fairly durable. Like, he's never been submitted before. But let's see who he's fought that lets us believe that. Davison Figueiredo is washed right now. Petr Yan, Sean O'Malley, Henry Cejudo, Chris Gutierrez, Ricky Simon. He knocked out Ricky Simon. But that was the fight that you watch. I saw that, and I saw how many times Ricky got it down to the ground. He has a TKO loss over Corey Sandhagen from Doctor Stoppage. Submission aces? Ricky Simon's pretty good with submissions, I believe. Let me look back at his. There's too many fighters to remember every single stat. Ricky Simon, 4 submission wins. But he can implement the wrestling, and that's what we saw in that fight. Until, ultimately, he got knocked out round 5 against Song Yadong. That's how you know Song Yadong could keep his power for a full 5 rounds. I think Umar gets it done convincingly. I think he's going to get a decision win, the control on top. I think Song can stay safe from the submissions. I don't think he's getting knocked out by Umar. I'm pretty confident in Umar here, though. And I think that's about it. Umar, confidently. But that's the breakdown, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out my affiliate link, Dubby, in the description. Get 10% off by using Bullseye Bet. If you want to know how I stay energized every day, how I'm giving these videos, how I just broke down 13 fights for you, after doing a recap, after giving you bets all weekend, hitting that bullseye, that's how you do it. Energy. You need the energy. You need coffee. You need some stimulant. You need something to keep you up. Get W. Get the 10% off. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, do it twice. Do it 3 times, please. Let's leave the guesswork out. I'll do it for you. Let's go hit the target, and I'll see you guys on the scorecards.